Hello and good afternoon to you guys. Today, I would like to show to you some of the important components on your PC or your CPU. So we know that now in this COVID situation, a lot of us, especially my friends, they are starting to buy their own PC. And I think it is important for everyone to know the critical components on their own personal computer. So this is my PC. I bought this in 2011 while I was studying in Germany. So now it is already in 2020. So a total of 9 years and it is still running fine. Okay, let's get into it. I think the first thing to do is to open the casing or the tower. Okay, to open the casing, the first thing that you need to do is to open this cover. So you can either try to open this when your tower is still standing up, or while it is down flat on the surface. I would prefer to normally open it while the tower is down flat on the surface. Okay, now the tower is now lying flat on the surface. What we need to do is to just pull this lever here, and then we can already open and see the inside of our PC. Okay, so inside of the PC there will be a lot of components, a lot of wires. It seems to be a bit complex, but if you know the critical components, then I think it would not look so complex as it is. Okay, let's go to the first component. I would say let's go to the heart of the PC. So here, this is the power supply. This is the power supply that I use for my PC. So all of the wires here are basically coming from this power supply. Everything. So this power supply is providing, I would say, currents to all of your passive, your IC components, basically all, including your fans. So without this guy, the whole thing will not be able to turn on. No power supply, nothing. Okay, so this is the first component. So basically, how to know which one is your power supply? We just need to trace where all of these wires are coming from. Okay, now let's go to the second components. Let's go to I would say, the backbone of our PC. So you can see that all of these components, all of them, they are connected to a single board. You can see, let's say, for the fans, for the graphic cards, they are all connected to the same components, which is the motherboard. You can see, basically these are the boards. These are the boards. All of this, they are connected to the same board. So this board is what we call the motherboard. So for the motherboard, for my PC, I use Asus Sabertooth, I think X500 or X50, I could not recall. It's been some time since I bought the PC or I built the PC. That is the second component. So basically, the motherboard will be, for me, the backbone of our PC. Okay, let's go to the third thing. The third thing would be the processor, the soul of the PC or your computer. So you can see the processor, it is always located together with one of the fans or the heatsink. So you can see here, this is one of the cooling fans that I use. You can see here, and down below here is where our processor is located. For my PC, I bought an i7 before. So this is the processor that I use. So basically the processor determines the speed of your PC depending on the base clock. And you might read somewhere about using thermal paste, using solder paste, something like that. So basically, once you have installed your processor down below here, then you need to apply the solder paste on top of the processor. And after that comes your cooling fans. So this is to cool your processor later. So we have now the power supply. This is the power supply. We have at the back, where everything is connected, is the motherboard. We have the cooling fans for the processor. We have the processor down below. Okay, so the next one would be the graphic card. So here I am using Sapphire. I think this is ATI, Radeon Sapphire, a very old graphic card. So how to know which one is your graphic card? Basically same like your processor, it will come together with a fans, actually. So you can see actually down below there are fans. There's also fans. So the function of the processor would be to convert all of the data from the PC into something that you can see in your monitor. So without the graphic card, basically you will not be able to see anything. So no graphic card, nothing will be displayed on your monitor. Okay. Maybe to the last, I will see, not the last one, the next critical components would be your graphic card. Your RAM or random access memory. So this is the RAM slot. So for my PC, I think one slot could take up to maximum of 8 gig of RAM. So this RAM is important because it determines how the PC can handle multiple tasks at the same time. So even for the new game requirement, they are using a lot more of the RAM. So the higher the RAM, the number of RAM that you have, it would be better for the PC to handle a lot of tasks simultaneously. So this is the RAM portion, and the next one would be your hard disk. So for my PC, I am using 2 hard disks. I think the top one is running with Windows 10. The second one I used to run a Windows 7. So the hard disk is where you install your OS or your operating system. So hard disk is also one of the critical components for your PC. Okay, for the top one is my CD reader. Sorry, it's a bit blur. So my CD or DVD reader. Okay, so basically that is all the component or critical components on the PC. So maybe we can repeat again. So we have power supply, we have the motherboard where everything is connected to it. We have the cooling fans, we have the processor which is located below it. We have the graphic card that can help us to see everything in the monitor. We have the RAM which help the PC to run multiple tasks simultaneously. We have the hard disk where we install our OS or operating system. We have also the CD reader where we can use to run the CD. Okay, and additionally you can also install additional fans, I would say, to help cool your tower or your PC. So in this case I have one additional fans, two on top, and another one is on the side or on the cover. Okay, so that is all from my side today. I hope the information is helpful to you guys. Do help to like and subscribe the video. I hope you like the sharing. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Bye.